Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Welcome to this new series on Zentangle floral treats. Yes, in this session we'll be concentrating mostly on floral tangles, which we have learned quite a few of them in the previous sessions, also in the previous series, right? So in the last session we prepared some watercolor backgrounds, and this is the first one that we had prepared, and now I'm going to be drawing or tangling on it. Yeah, so let's get started with today's session. I'm Sanyukta Saxena. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and I'm going to be first starting with a tangle called henna drums. Yeah, so I'm using my boulder nib here, 08, and so let's start. I'm going to start right from here and then give a nice curl here, like a fescue or a printum, and then add the tangle henna drums. But you can see the moons are quite big here, and then the petal shapes like these, and then you can add some etching either with the same pen or you can use a O1. Yeah, so again I'm going to keep the lines close, add another nice curl, again add some lines like crescent moon, and then add these nice petal shapes, tangle henna drums. Yeah, so some bit of inking, good idea. So I am inking the innermost semicircle. Again I'm going to add one here, small, one more, and one more, and then the nice beautiful petal shapes. Slowly draw at your own pace, no hurry. Yeah, again let's extend. So going to draw behind, again roll it in. So I am rolling it in, you may or may not do that. Again some nice humps, semicircles for the crescent moon. Again adding those petal shapes. So this series will more or less be monotangling. So I am going to more or less stick to just one tangle per tile. Yeah, so we are not going to use too many tangles. So I'm going to now again extend, kind of drawing behind. Again the moons. Take your time, slowly do that exercise. Yeah, so again going to extend, add a smaller one there. You can bring it down, drawing behind. Same exercise here. So you can add as many. Till now I'm mostly sticking to straight lines, but it is always a good idea to, So I have drawn this just to add a fescue. Yeah. So this tangle goes well almost with everything. So I'm adding some fescues. Again, some bold ones. Wherever you feel like. So I'm going to add probably one more stem. And extend this one a little more. Probably add one more drum. Like this. Yeah, so you can find more places to add those fescues. Let us first add a little bit of rounding here and there. So I'm going to pick up my finer nib O1. So I'm going to be posting whatever stationery I'm using from now on in the description. I will post a link so you can refer there, because many of my students, as I mentioned in the previous section also, they keep asking for the details of the products that I use, the stationery. So I'm just adding some bit of ink here and there, rounding wherever I feel like, wherever there is a scope to add a little bit of ink. I'm just doing that. Right? So since we have a nice background, so I used my bolder nib so that my tangling looks more prominent. Yeah. So I will do a bit of transcending, like I'll add some bit of dew drops also. So I'm using my finer nib now, O1, and I'm going to add some orbs like these. And probably one here. Yeah, so you can add as many as you wish. So I've added 4 orbs there. Yeah, now some bit of weight here and there, since it is almost curled up like printums. So you can always add some bit of weight. Take your time slowly. Add a little extra ink on this curl. Yeah. So once we are done with that, now let us move to shading. We are done with the tangling. So I'm going to add graphite. inside of the curl. Both sides of the moons. So if you want, you can always tangle with your O1 also, but so that it kind of looks like transcended on the background, I used a bolder nib. Yeah, because background is not very light, it is very much visible. So you might want to use a bolder nib. Yeah. So I'm now shading my henna drums. Slowly going to each of the print toms and the moons. So as I mentioned, this series we are mostly going to concentrate on 1 or 2 tangles per tile. We are not going to clutter our tile or use too many tangles because we want the backgrounds also to be visible. Yeah. So wherever there are too many lines, you can add some bit of graphite there. We can add some caviars or orbs at few places, will look nice. Just simple orbs will also look nice. Right, so it's up to you. Tipples always come easy as far as enhancing the look or just to embellish. Yeah, so wherever you feel like, you can add a few. So let us now move on to our dewdrops. So I'm just going to add an inner lining with my pencil, a close aura, and then leave a section white like this, and then blend. So I'm not blending too much. I want a highlight also. Yeah, something like this. And you can always add a little bit of shadow below. Yeah, so you can always use your Gellyroll 08 or 10 and highlight this part. Make it white like this. Yeah, so let's do this exercise for all the orbs. A thin aura, a close aura inside, a white highlight there, and some bit of graphite. Blend it, but leave a highlight. You can also add a shadow. Yeah, so if you want to highlight this white space more, as I mentioned, you can always use your Gellyroll and make it a little more white. Yeah, so let me do that for all. A close aura inside, leave a white space, some graphite under that first aura, and some below. Spread the graphite, but leave a highlight. Yeah, one more there. Take your time. Right? Use your Gellyroll. Add a little more whiteness, little extra white there. Yeah, you can, if you want, add some more lines here and there just to give a little more complex look. If you want to highlight, you can always use your chalk. Highlight this part of your moons. But again, these things are optional. You may or may not. Yeah. Some bit of extra darkness there. Adding a little extra darkness so that my highlight pops up. And that's it. If you want, you can add some more fescues here and there. Yeah. Redo a few lines here and there if you wish to. That's about it. Yeah, so that's our tile for today, and we are going to be drawing these simple tiles for the upcoming 8 to 9 sessions. We have already prepared 10 backgrounds. Yeah, so don't forget to initial your tile. So this is a 5 tile that I'm using. Yeah, it's I think 3 by 5 in measurement. Sign and date your tile. Today is 19/4/22. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. So I'll see you again with the next session. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.